I'm Kristine. This is my sister Jess.
Hi.
We're the co-founders of Nufs Superfoods. We started Nufs for our dad after we found out he was diagnosed with diabetes, and we found it really hard to find a clean, nutrient-dense, low-sugar, healthy snack. So we ended up making a product ourselves. We started selling them at farmers markets, and when we demoed them, a lot of customers kept on telling us, "Oh wow, these are not too sweet, just sweet enough." Or they kept on saying like, "Oh wow, this is just enough. I was driving for 3 to 4 hours, and that's all I had." So we kept on hearing the notion of enough or satiating, and I guess we just heard it enough times that we called the product Nufs.
Because nuffs are enough. We actually started the business in Toronto, but after a series of different events, we're actually based in Austin, Texas now, and we actually bake our product in New Braunfels, Texas.
At Nufs, we produce nutrient-dense superfood bites. They're refrigerated because they're naturally low in sugar, no preservatives, and we don't have any fillers. And they're also low in salt. So as a result, it needs to be a refrigerated product. But they're basically a pouch that's about this size, and they contain 3 bites. And as Jessica said earlier, they're just enough. Once our dad got diabetes, he didn't give us any signs that would have made us think that he was diabetic. And I think once we started talking to nutritionists and dietitians, we realized how important it was that all the ingredients in the foods that we eat are whole ingredients that aren't made with refined sugars or processed ingredients. And after that, we just started really looking at the ingredients and the nutritional fact breakdown of all the products we were eating. And we couldn't find an item that kind of met the things that he needed and also tasted in a way that he really enjoyed. And so that's what kind of led us down this journey to create Nufs. And he really likes cakes, and then he also really likes some Vietnamese snacks that we had growing up. And so that inspired us to use some of the flavors that we use today.
Yeah, I think one of the big misnomers about people who have diabetes is that they can't have any sugar at all, which isn't really the case. And so when we were looking for other snack options for him, we found a lot of like zero sugar alternatives or we found a lot of zero sugar alternatives that were made with stevia, sugar alcohols, erythritol, and they didn't taste very good. They weren't very nourishing or very filling. And that's actually what led us to starting our own snacks or making our own snacks for him.
And I think too, like Jess is saying, is a lot of those items, they might say that they're zero sugar, but really the question is, how do customers feel after having this product? And so even though it might meet some of those metrics for customers, a lot of our customers would say that it gave them bloating or discomfort. So we really felt that the solution was really creating a product that was made from real food. And so our philosophy is real nutrition comes from real food.
And that real food tastes better, simply.
As we've developed the product over time, we actually found that we were able to create a vegan, gluten-free, paleo, keto-friendly product. So it really was a surprise to us because we initially started with our dad in mind and really just wanted to create something really clean that actually now parents will like to use it for their kids for baby-led weaning because all the ingredients are ground. People who are paleo like it. Some people who are keto-friendly like it as well. So it really has, I think, met the needs of an audience much larger than we originally anticipated. So even at Expo West, we didn't attend. We were at South by Southwest Wellness Expo. But what we hear from consumers is that, they want to eat clean, but they also want to eat simply. And so while they want clean foods, they don't want Franken foods. And so that's the reason why we wanted to use superfoods to be able to give customers a product that kind of fills that gap for them.
Yeah, more food, less science. And so that's the reason why we turn to almond flour, flaxseed, and the chia seeds as the source of protein in our snacks. And in each of our packages, there's about 5 to 6 grams of protein from whole foods. One of the things that really struck us when we were looking at new healthy snack options for our dad was really the lack of diversity in the healthy snack aisle. Really, a lot of the flavors that we saw were nut-based, dried fruit-based, and there wasn't really anything that was inspired by or evocative of the flavors that we really enjoyed growing up. And so when we started, we actually started with our coconut pandan, our orange ginger, and our black sesame. And our brownie flavor didn't come around until a year after we launched. And it's not that it was a second or an after. It wasn't that it was an afterthought. For us, being first generation, we kind of grew up between two different cultures, or Asian heritage or North American heritage. And we really draw inspiration for our flavors from both, and also from the input from our customers. So what kind of flavors they're interested in seeing and what they're hoping for in the future.
But I think like along this journey, one of the things that we, started to really learn is food is so much about trust. And for some of the flavors that are new to some customers, they really needed an introductory flavor that would help them kind of know and manage their expectations of what our flavor profile and also experiential taste would be like. And so that's why brownie has been a great flavor for us. It allows customers to know, oh, this is brownie, but it's going to be less sweet than your average brownie, 80% less sugar than your average brownie. And once they have that product, they almost trust the brand, and then they think to themselves, well, what does black sesame taste like? And what does pandan taste like? So it's actually been a great flavor to add to our suite of flavors. There was one day where we started seeing a lot of news in the media about COVID, how it was spreading. And Jess and I made a call because we needed to source ingredients for our potential sales with retailers. And we made the decision like, hey, tomorrow morning we need to get up really early and go and buy ingredients because who knows what's going to happen. So we got up at 5 a.m. in the morning, went to Costco wholesale, and we're sitting in line 30 minutes to get gas. And we hear the announcement on the radio that COVID has been announced as a global pandemic.
I think the biggest impact that it had for us as a small brand is that it really eliminated any opportunity for us to get out there into the community, sample our product, meet customers face to face, get direct feedback. And for a food brand, that's so incredibly important. So for us, what we did was we pivoted to focus more online. And every single online order we made, we would call the customer, ask them questions, get feedback from them, better understand what was working, what wasn't working, how the product fit into their lives. And that's actually a really important part of how we engage with our customers. We always want to have as authentic of a relationship as possible with them and to really take their feedback and their opinions to heart as we continue on with our journey. Social is such a powerful tool, and I think really what's most important to us is engaging relevant micro-influencers, sharing our product with them, and if they believe in our mission, love our product, use them as a voice piece to be able to educate people about our flavors and our story as well. And then we kind of augment that with more highly curated, beautiful content and imagery on our own channels so that people can see our product in its most beautiful form. When we first started the business, we really had this mindset of, start from where you are. So our packaging was what was available to us, stock packaging, stickers, and what we had thought would be the most compelling parts of what our products were and how they would fit in with consumers' lives. But when we had the opportunity to go out and sample more, demo, talk to people, there were a lot of things that people kept bringing up that they would tell us, it would be so great if we knew this. It would be so great if this was on the package. And so as we updated and iterated our packaging, it really was with the lens of being as transparent as possible in letting people know what was in our packages and what was not in our packages.
Yeah, I think also, a lot of kind of food consultants were telling us what consumers want, particularly that consumers wanted a sweeter product or that they wanted a product that was zero sugar. But we've demoed over 300 hours across the state. And what we actually found was customers said, thank goodness this product doesn't have stevia. Thank goodness I'm so bored of having dates in my product. And I like that it's not too sweet. Or, oh, you have maple syrup. And so we took those learnings from the customer samplings that we did, and then we just put them on our packaging. So as Jess mentioned, she's listened to all this feedback and she's incorporated into all of our iterations of packaging. We got really lucky. As you mentioned, the challenges of starting during COVID. We got really lucky that we had an opportunity to sell our product at Central Market down in Texas. They've been an amazing partner for us, and a lot of their customers are really interested and epicurious. And so they were really drawn to our flavors of black sesame and pandan coconut. So right now, our retail focus is in Texas. We're sold in Central Market, Royal Blue Grocery, Daily Juice Cafe, and also a number of really good coffee shops like Juan Pelota, Figure 8, and also Cuvée Coffee. And also you can find us across the country online, but we'll be hoping to reach out to other states on a retail front over the next 6 months.